Hello, 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 and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend, guys. We made it to the weekend. Huzzah. Hope you guys doing well. I am excited because it's Friday. Okay, excited is not the right word. I'm happy that it's Friday, which means that for me, 1 week left before mini vacation. So I'm excited for that. I can't wait to take some time off. And then we'll see when the hell we play this spooky game. Because so far, only one person has voted. So, not many people are interested in it. Which means I might not have to play a spooky game. Which would be extra nice for me. Who doesn't want to play a spooky game? Yeah. Other than that, we'll finish up localization today. Hopefully. Theoretically, we just need to translate a bunch of stuff at this point. It should be set up. We just need to check what we need and we don't need in terms of translating the game, which shouldn't be that much because I think most of the stuff I was translating before was from the menus, and now the menus don't need to be translated. So theoretically, I don't need to translate very much. We'll find out. Yep. I'll go from there. I'm loading up Unreal. If you're wondering. I did forget to launch Unreal, so now I wait. I wait. Hello, Sam. Welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Happy Friday. It's taking a while. Nice wallpaper. That's random too. I hear Windows is going to be setting up or bringing back the ability to have animated wallpapers. So, like, I've never cared about them. I've never had like wallpaper engine because I don't want to look at my wallpaper because if I'm looking at my wallpaper, that means I'm not actually utilizing the monitor. And that just never happens. I used to have 4 monitors and I would utilize all of them. Now I have 3, so obviously I'm going to utilize all of them. The only time I look at the wallpaper is when I'm closing and opening a new program. That is all. That's the only time. So yesterday we finished doing all the English, Portuguese stuff here. For the game, though, there's some stuff. We're only translating data tables and function libraries. Really? Only data tables and function libraries? Hold on. Yeah, that's all. Unless there's not that many things to translate. 15 need review. Yeah, these all need to be reset. Because I think I've changed these. Yeah, this is for area 2. So, yeah, we need to reset all of these. And then we need to go back in here and regather the text, which will give us less completion, which is fine. Although I might consider those incomplete anyway, so the number might not change. Number did not change. Okay. But when we open it now, we get all this. Okay. So what we need to do is select all of this. Copy. And now we get new ones. Of course, we want to keep all the, the variables, which it does, which is great. The keyword description. Yeah, keyword description. Yeah. So this seems like it has done a good job. Keep names like Vorpal Strike and Wand of Spellbolt translate into natural BR fantasy style. If you're ever keeping the item skill names untranslated, like Diablo PV style, you can adjust them. No, translate them. Translate away. So now we just gotta copy these over. And so once we do this, what we need to do is change our system to accommodate multiple languages in terms of the scaling and the text. Because right now ours is set up for only single single language. So it would be good to have it done for multiple. Hopefully most of these will be around the same length, but I think some of these will be longer. And the other thing I'm going to take a look at is I wonder how the font thing is going to work. There are certain fonts that exist across all languages. Right. I actually found one. Well, not all languages, not literally, but like pretty much has all the typical, or typical common languages, including like Japanese, Korean, Chinese, including all of that. And I wonder if, like, as a base, that's just easier to use. Because I don't know if I try to put in a language that oh god, why is the one that I'm selecting not line up here anymore? Hey Loki, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why is that not long ago? Did I mess up? Did I mess up? Yes, that's in the wrong place. Yeah, this is correct. Ah, this is all thing was okay. I grabbed wrong. I understand now. Let's fix that. Do you know how to set up fallback fonts? No, didn't know that was even a thing. Nope. Yeah, I'm relatively new to it. Like, I've set this up before but now we're just filling in the missing ones here. Roboto pretty much has most of them except Thai, last time you checked. Your custom font, there's a fallback font block under each style. But then, wouldn't you need a fallback for every language potentially if your font does not support however many languages? I mean, theoretically, you would need to set the, because I'm using a rich text, I would need to set the rich text file thing based on the quote-unquote culture that is being used, I think. And that will have the proper setup, that stuff. Then I can specify the font and all that. Unless I can just overwrite the font. I don't know. You typically use whatever you want and then just apply Roboto for the other language characters. I mean, that works. I think right now I am just using Roboto by default for like all my stuff. So it's probably gonna be fine. Yeah, last few. Okay. Then that 2 shipped multi-million-dollar games, we added a Roboto to add Thai in it directly. Or like a charmer, honestly. Oh, nice. I didn't even know you could edit the fonts, but I guess that makes sense. It's just not something I've even looked into. But, I mean, it makes sense. Well, why wouldn't you build it? Just fonts. Theoretically, yeah, you could just make your own fonts for everything. Yeah, 100%. Compile. And then we test it. And we see how it works. Hell yeah. Oh, it's opening on you. Right. Is it gonna go? Oh, it is. It's in the background. Come on, open up in front. There it is. Okay, let's see this. So if I... Ooh, why do I not have a deck? Because I didn't load. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is correct. That means I need to go from the actual main menu. Hello, Guts. Hello, Gregory. Welcome in. How's it going, guys? Hope you're doing well. Now let's do it here. Happy Friday. Yay, it's Friday. Okay. So we got the cards here. Let's go options. Let's go real quick to full screen. Oh god, it's full screen. Oh no. Revert. Oh god. It went full screen, but full screen at the resolution I specified, not full screen at my actual resolution. Let's do borderless. There we go. So you can see better. And now we can go Portuguese. Brazilian. Typo A, B, C. Okay. Looks good. These did not update because I'm no longer bloggers in Portuguese. Because I now need to set the culture. Do I need to set the culture separately? Sire. You watched my how to make a save system, but you can't get it to work? How do you make a tutorial on how to make a save system? What do you mean you watched my how to make a save system? I don't have any tutorials like that. What you talking about? Sure you're thinking of the right person? Let's go to the options menu. Okay. Under gameplay, language setting. All language options, yes. It does all the good stuff. And then it does set culture. So it sets the culture. Watching to Steam. Where's that one? What do I need to do? Do I need to do something? Did I miss something? Loading possibly game. Game. There's something different here? No, it's the same. Well, yeah, but I have those localized here. Oh, did I hold on? Did I click compile? Watch me not have a kit compile. I wouldn't put it past me that I didn't hit compile. I don't remember. You've never tried having two localized targets at play at the same time? I mean, neither have I. Let's find out. Um. Okay, so this doesn't do anything. Okay. Can you have multiple? Because like conflict status, they have check marks. So it seems like they're happy and everything's fine. Because I assume that if there was a conflict, it would tell me here. Because they're going different. They're doing different things. Project build packaging settings. I mean, that shouldn't be it because they're both using the same language. Right. There's the 2. That's on. It's set to all. I mean, it's working for the main menu, right? So why are you not happy about right? It has all of this. You know, all this seems fine. Power-ups, names. Okay. I could try the same one. Same one on both. Can you check for the localization / target and target in Explorer? What am I looking for and where? Like inside the project? Here are my 2 things. Yeah, they're both here. There's Ian. Ian. Oh, I see. Okay. Got it. Yeah. Target game? It's not target game. That's just the name of. Okay, this is target. That's not. So for you / game and okay, yeah. So this is working. I can try. Oh, you're just using examples. Got it. I could try, for shits and giggles, putting one of these in the other, but then I had to retranslate it. I really don't want to. Oh, they're just tabs here. Okay. Let's go and ask. My favorite option. in Unreal Engine 5, I have two, what are they called? Targets in the localization dashboard set up. I mistyped that. Both with the same second language. One for the menu, one for the game. When I set the menu to be the second language, it all changes, but the stuff in the game doesn't seem to update. I'm using set culture. Let's see what we get. Yeah, links don't work. So links just appear as asterisks. Loki. Thanks for trying though. We'll figure this out. Worst case scenario, I could try putting it all into... Oh, on their Epic Games Dev site. Got it. UE5 disables the full game localization service in Pi to optimize for performance. That's fine. Only affect the editor UI. No, that's not what I'm talking about. If your menu is part of the editor's interface. I'm doing play and standalone window. Let's try again. Let's try this again. One more time from the top. Verify packaging includes your second culture. Even standalone, if the target culture
pausing for ads
is explicitly packaged, it is. The engine folds back to native text. Under internalization, expand culture, search a stage. Yeah. We already checked this. Force a resource to reload after setting culture. But then why would it reload resource node right after it? I think it's drunk. There's no reload culture. Top left of the localization window where your two targets are. Try the teeny weeny compile all targets button. Okay. Ads are almost done. We'll try it. Yeah. Yep. Same as always. Let's find out. Let's see if there's any luck. Gold streamer rule: hit play every 5 minutes. Too many times. Right, it all changes here. Here it all changes. But not here. Here, wait, here it's changed. What the shit? Even the... It all gets it. All this information is gathered. Do I need to include this screen on the translation page? I guess maybe. But no, that doesn't make sense because this doesn't. I mean, I don't need to do it for these. This is getting the information from the same data table as everything else. What's the difference? What's the difference? Let's find out. All right, so it's in here. So let's say this one does not get the information. And it's getting all the information from the game mode unlocked cards. That shouldn't matter. Should it? Hey Zadon, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Best Unreal instructor. You were missing the kappa at the end there. Very good, sir. Yeah, I made a copy after it was made. That's what I'm realizing. So I just want to see where the generate cards. This one gets it directly from the data table. That's why. So I would need to... How does that work then? Do I need to tell it to localize the UI then? Rerun the cache after changing local. Well, that's not going to change this. The unlock cards don't just won't magically change. Well, here's what we can try. You mean I just need to, because they regenerate when I open it, so if it didn't do it then, I would need to do something to change it before going to the game menu. Sure, let's try it. Why not? I wish it would actually go into borderless instead of doing whatever the hell it's doing now. Whenever I did standalone at this point. Okay. Portuguese. No. Still English. Which is odd. I mean, this is now from the save game, right? These are now coming from the save game. To be fair, right? Actually, not even. I don't have a save game right now in this one. Do I? Oh, I do. So what do I need to... In that case, what do I need to tell it to do? UI core... no, here. Do I need to tell it to go to UI... deck builder? I doubt this, but saved in EN. Well, yeah, well, it's saved in whatever it is, but I mean, I don't override the language on there. What's the flow right now for saving and drawing data? The only place I do the culture thing is I can close some of these at this point. Close you, close you, close you. It's here. Let me just double check. Oh. Hold on, is this being used or is this... I don't think this is being used though. Yeah, this was being used in my old options menu. But that's it. Yeah, my old options menu was using this, but we're not using this old options menu anymore. So that's irrelevant. Close some of the stuff. Well, let's try this. Are you copying the name from the data table into your struct and saving that struct? I'm copying everything, including the name. It is a struct. The name is inside the struct, yes. This 6 out of 6 does not need to be I guess it's all here. This is the starting deck size. No, this is text search bar. This does not need to be localized. This does not need to be localized. This search should be, yep. Save row name of card, not the data. Keep the data in the table. Draw data in UI from the data table, not from copy of data. It used to work just fine. So I think I'm just missing a thing here, because this used to work fine before I reworked a bunch of stuff. So I don't think I need to do that. Think about working on a personal tool that makes interactive sections for architecture a chosen plan. Then you should go with box mask, or you can think of doing this PCG. What do you mean by interactive keep in mind, PCG is not interactive. I'll stop you there. If you want something interactive, you can create something with PCG, but it's not interactive. So just keep that in mind. And this also needs to not be search bar. Oh, where is this? Do not localize that. Thank you. One more time. That's your backseat deving for the day. You're fine. You're perfectly fine on backseat deving. As long as you don't get upset when I don't follow whatever the backseating is sometimes. What? Why do I still have the A or B thing? What? Oh, there's another one. Oopsie. I should have scrolled down. I didn't scroll down. Interactive, as you can pack it for yourself. Then use slider that moves the sections along the building. I'm not sure what sections you move. Again, if you want to use PCG to create something, you can. But if you need something very precise, it's going to be a pain in the ass. I mean, you could do... Now, I would use geometry scripting. If you had like a floor plan and you wanted to like extrude the floor quickly and easily, I would use geometry scripting. You extrude from a floor plan and then go from there or something. But then you need to still create your floor plan very specifically, in a very specific way and stuff like that. Oh, I've been developing my game. This started with a game jam in January of last year, January 24, and then in March, so it was a 2-week part-time game jam, and then in March I started streaming this. So I've been working on this, nearing 2 years in time, but in terms of like actual work, I get about roughly a week's worth of work in a month. So we're looking about a year and a half is what? 18 months? So we're looking at 18 weeks, give or take, of actual work done. And that's being generous, I think. But I think it's a relatively safe ballpark. So we're about 18 weeks of work. Because obviously when I'm streaming, I'm not 100% focused. I'm only streaming 2 to 3 hours. You know, some days I do PCG, right? It's not actually, I feel like it's under a week, a little bit under a week per month of actual work. But, you know, I'm doing this as a hobby. I don't have like, I must get this done by now. So I'm not, you know, stressing about it. Okay. Try this. We're in games for a day job? I wish. I failed to get into the game industry many times. At this point, there's no way I'm getting into the game industry. Or going to the game industry, rather. So, yeah. I work in virtual production. I wish I worked in games. That'd be nice. But no. I tried many times. No luck. You were going to place the highest contractors really for AAA? The problem at this point is, one, I don't have time to do contract work, right? And my pay is, because I work in the film industry, is higher than that in games. So I'm probably not gonna go to games if the pay is lower, right? It's only gonna get lower? Why do you say that? AI? I think I don't think that companies right now are shooting them in the foot on long term with AI, because the problem with it is it's making it easier for them to replace the juniors. But if you have no juniors, they're not going to ever become mid, and if they're never going to go, and if they're not mid, they're not going to become seniors. What are you going to do in 10 years? They're shooting themselves in the foot. And my money is on AI not being able to replace the entire pipeline, because then there will be no studios, right? Why would there be studios if everything's AI? So yeah, I feel like they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot. Okay, so this was pointless. This was pointless. Well, oh no, it's not pointless. I should still localize that, actually. That's not pointless. I still do want to localize that. I do want to localize this as a separate thing. But that doesn't solve the problem. That doesn't solve the problem. The problem seems to be on things that I have saved as structs, and when I pull the name at runtime, it's not converting. It was working before in the same setup. I'm trying to figure out why, because I was also using sect culture. Oh, you know what? Was I doing sect culture on a new? I bet I was doing save culture on a new save. Hold on. If I do, well, let me try something. I'm gonna do a new game. I'm gonna set it to Portuguese. I'm gonna do new game. I'm gonna take a look. It'll probably be Portuguese then. Theoretically. Is it going? What happened? I didn't open. There it goes. Just as the game to draw text from these targets, if you then save that into a struct in Japanese, choose the English, and draw the save data in the textbook, it's going to be Japanese because you aren't saving a reference to the original data, which updates during the subculture and runtime, as far as you know. Might be wrong. Oh, you might be right. I just remember it was working, so, but I want to see if I change it to Portuguese, and then I think it's this one. No, let's load. New game? Why don't I have a no deck at all? Where is this? Why is this not here? Because it did a new game. This only populates. Yeah, that's a bug. That's a bug I need to fix. And that makes sense. So text on string compile and save ensures. Yep. When creating instances in game mode, data table through, don't use text from string with a hard-coded sword. Instead, use a string table for dynamic names like items. Item sword. Oh, so I need to convert all my names. Well, no, hold on. Well, that doesn't seem right either. because it works on everything except this. So I guess I probably would need to set it up on the method you're talking about, where just when I get the name, I need to get find it. Store cards as row names from data table. Oh, I see. So whenever, so add a value that is the row of the data table. So when you get it, it gets the name from there every time. We would need to get the name and the description from the data table. It's only new row entry? Yeah, everything. Everything's there. Right, so all of this, everything here is populated from a data table. So the ability title and ability descriptions all get populated automatically. It's where it gets it for everything. So I guess theoretically, not only that doesn't update, but none of them will update whenever they're. If I hold on. If I checked out my debug screen would also not be localized then. Trying to use metaphors? I don't know what your metaphors mean.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Set it to Portuguese. Continue. Oh, see, but this one is all fine. Where's this one getting its name from? This should be all. Why did this one update? This is also saved as a variable. No, we'll investigate after the ads. When was it saved? It was created during the beginning of the game, and it's saved whenever I click save. It's created basically on construction of the game. So this one, which was fine, let me see. Yeah, see, it gets from all cards. It also gets it from a variable. But this one is fine. Why? Generate full debug card list happens on begin play. And it generates this list and it saves it to all these cards. And that's it. And I don't save this again. So I am, after that, reading from this value. But yet it has translated it fine. Why does it not translate the other one? Which is also from a variable of the same type. No, but it doesn't matter. This is not, it's reading it from here. This is a variable. It's not getting it from, it's got it from the data table, but then it set it, right? It set it here, and then here, it's not reading it. It's not a reference anymore. So why is it fine here, using the same struct, right? But not fine... Oh. But not fine here when I use a different struct of the same style. What's the difference? Hmm? Ba, 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 ba. So that comes here, I believe. Probably to unlock cards. Yeah, so it creates all the cards based off of the one from the data table. But it, yeah. But for some reason, right, it gets it from the data table in this scenario, but it checks that I have the card, and then it populates it. And then it stores it also in the card deck. Yeah, it is the same. That's why I don't understand why it doesn't localize. Does the unlock cards come from save data while all cards is made fresh on game mode start? Yes, all cards is made fresh because there's no reason to save it. Because that allows me also to create new cards easily. And add them in. Instead of modifying the save files. But even then, right, it's still created and then reads from it. Right after I've said the culture. It's not like I... I need to... Some of the stuff. I need to real quick change this. So... I need to check if it's a new... If it's a new save that I need to load it. Epic battle music onwards. I need to do this if I create a new save and I have no cards. What I need to do is at a custom event, generate All right. New deck. And this needs to run to the deck builder. We get the game mode reference. I need to get a card deck. If it is empty, I guess. Generate new deck. So that should fix, hopefully, the problem of the new deck not being there. So let's at least check that. I'll change it to Portuguese. New game. It's Portuguese. Okay. So on a new game, it does get set to Portuguese. If we go and change it to English, it's English. If we change it to Portuguese, it's Portuguese. If I grab this, which should save the game, and I do load, it's English. Collector cards, because that's Portuguese. I need to also include this UI because it's collector cards that needs to update. But that's freaking Portuguese. I'm in English. I should not be able to open that. This is still Portuguese. So now that it's loaded, I managed to break things. I should not be able to open this. How did I manage that? Why am I not paused? Oh, that's odd. Why was I not paused? Oh, because I can still press select in that menu and open the other menu. Oh. Okay, well, that's a bug. Good to know. So now. So yeah, once I save it, then it becomes a problem. Once I create a save game. But if I don't create a save game, then it's fine. What? What? I don't get that at all. Hey, Sir Man, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Why wouldn't I stream today? It's Friday. I always stream Fridays. Can you search for text? No. Where's that from? Where's... Oh, it's not here. I bet it's from here. No? What? Did you just find something randomly? Top menu bar. Yeah, I just found something randomly. But in the wrong place. Move in here is what I meant to put it in. There it is. Do not localize. Hello, Procuradoria. General. I can say General. Hello. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. You thought I was off Friday to Sunday? I've never been off Friday. No. If the battle system broke, I'm sorry to hear that. Strange stuff that you were never told to happen was happening, like animations were playing backwards, scaling strange. You say your PC was haunted and you decided to give it a break. Well, hopefully you'll get it, you know, figure it out. It's probably something small. That is not localized. Thank you. Does this have local stuff? Not on this one. Get this. This is from Boss Card. Where are you? What do you mean you don't exist? There you are. Yes, you do. Liar. The only thing you were working on your almost progress bars with min-max HP binding, so you don't know how he broke it? I've been there, don't worry. I've been exactly there. Or it's like, oh, I haven't changed very much. Why is everything broken? Why is everything on fire? I get it. I get it. But it feels damn good once you figure it out, I will say. Okay, so that's going to help with that. What do we do about... What do we do about the freaking... language? What's the solution here? What I could do is I can store the row name as one of the variables. And that would mean on every single card, instead of storing it, I would need to get that information again every single time. So we'd save the row name and then get by row name. You like data tables? Data tables are nice. Data tables are nice. And then we need to get the information here by row name. Is there any way to auto save the row name for these? Like when I get this, for each loop, this is the row. Okay, this is the row name, so I can store. I can set that on these before I add it, so I don't need to actually populate that field myself. If I add it, we'll make it a little bit simpler. Okay. It's a typed name, right? Just double check. Name, yes. Row name. Auto pop. I'll split it like that. Auto populated. Entire thing. Just so I don't even bother filling that in. So we're going to recompile so many things. So then here, don't want this here. We do want this though. And then that's going to come from here. Turn order structure, but the turn order structure does not represent the attacked creature, so it does not update the turn. But you did something kind of dumb that you only realize is dumb now after a few months. You made a progress bar for your turn order at the bottom right, but what you did is copy the blueprint structure into a turn order structure. But the turn order structure does not represent the attacked creature, so it does not update the turn order progress bar, and can't. So you gotta rework it. Why? Okay, so theoretically, I mean, theoretically, all you would do is have an array of the order, right? You'd have an array of the order of the characters, and then you could do get last index. Sorry, you get the first one because the first one will take its turn, right? But you do, yeah, you get last index, and then you take your first index, so you just get 0, and then you, I think you could just move, set array element. But you would need to. You just store the first one as a local variable. Store index 0 as a local variable. Remove the first index. We'll move everything up 1, and then re-add that index, and done. Why overcomplicate it? And then you'll basically have moved the first one to the last one, and each time you'll move the first one to the last one, the first one to the last one, first one to the last one, and then you just, based on the index, you'll just regenerate your order accordingly. That makes sense? I was gonna open it. I didn't mean to open a standalone. Okay, so that all saved correctly. Good. So that's working. So now, when it first creates the cards, all the cards I have will have this. Obviously, the ones in my current save game are broken and will not work with this. But in new saves, they will. So what we can do is play. If I do load game, let me just do delete. Again, I need to fix the menu thing. Should not be able to do that. Okay. And then if I come, right, so this is all right. I grab another one, so it has saved the game with this. If I replay. And then I load. Yep. So it has saved all this. Okay. So now, inside of the deck builder, card collection here. I don't need to go over the card collection. I need to go to the card itself, don't I? I need to do this card itself and the deck card because we're going to do both. So this set card info, right? So it has the ability title, melee, and range. Instead of this, instead of all this, we're just gonna move. You know, let's just make this easier. This is going to be collapse nodes. Oh, God. Got everything? Yes. Okay. Now, why did undo deselect everything? Oh, whatever. Collapse nodes. Populate card info. I just go in here, and here we need to do get data table row. So from here, the data table will be DT cards. And the row name will be the row name here. And if it's found, then we get the title from here, the melee from here, and the range from here. I think all the other stuff we can keep on the card. I mean, technically we can get a lot more from here at this point. But that's kind of the stuff that needs to be localized, so. Let's start with this. Let's start with this and see if it works.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Good start. Oh, because it didn't load. No. What did I do wrong? Why do they have none? Okay, we'll try this again. Image that opens when you start the game, is that something you added? Yep. Why is this the way it is? If we go to the collection, it gets it from unlocked cards. Oh, unlocked cards is generated from here. Row name, which is different from the all cards one. And then here we need to set you as well. Okay, that looks good. We're back to normal. All right, we're back to normal. I saved. So now let's go test standalone. Theoretically now it should work. Using Loki's method. Or Loki's suggested method. So I'm going to do continue. We are on English. Good. Everything's English. Portuguese. Portuguese! Obviously, the ones below these aren't working yet, but you know, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. Actually, why do the why do these look like that? Why did they say none? They say none because I need to populate the information for these as well. Do I not? But theoretically, if we go back to English, they're back to English, and these are still having issues. Yeah, we're getting closer. We're getting closer. If they match, then I add them, and this is checking against the unlocked cards, which should be correct now. Let's do a print string here. Let me turn off you. Why? When is this triggering? Oh, this is the old save. This is the old save. Just I'm not doing this in the new save system anymore. Am I? That's the problem. This is the old save system. So I need to do this on the new save system. So paste this here so I just remember where it is. For when I do unlocked cards, which is here, it's the unlock cards. When I load the unlock cards, that goes here. Oh, it goes here. Get unlock cards. That goes in there. Okay. That gets populated like so. Then we have the what about deck cards? Deck cards earlier? Card deck. Yep. Card deck should be populated after it in terms of order. And then here, this goes here. Get card deck. It's in there. I guess this part can stay, because I don't think available cards is something I store. I don't need to at this point. It should just be clear, so that shouldn't need to be stored. Yeah, not here. Good. These. Okay, so that will help the loading part. Be correct. Okay. Do this. And that's still broken. That's fine. This all has all the print strings. It's fine. This is working now. Okay, so this is back to working once I load. If I don't load, then this is not working. Okay, good. We're making progress. So when we populate the deck cards, why? Does this not get populated? Oh, it gets puts into unlock cards. Hold on. Let's populate unlock cards. Oh. Well, that's why. Set, no, I can't do set members. Oh, I can. set members in the card info. That's this one, obviously. And then here we need to do row auto populate. And then bring this one all the way through. Okay, so now if we take a look, this is fine even without loading. And if I load, this is all still fine. Okay. Let's go ahead and get rid of that print string. If you want to know where it is, I do too. Where did I put the print string again? There it is. Goodbye. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. So now, go main menu, standalone game. We're gonna do a new game. So it's all English. This is all working. Okay. All working. Then we go options, Portuguese. It's Portuguese. That looks pretty good to me. That does not look pretty good to me. I know how to fix this though. I know how to get around this. The way we get around this is here. We check if it's the default. So we check if it has been auto-populated. So default is none. So we just check if this is equal to none. If it is, it just continues on. And if it's not, then it does this. Oh, no, we need to do the no. Not that. We do want this, but we want to do a select here based on this. So if it is none, false, so it has some information, it should go from here. Otherwise, it should get it from the original. This is gonna get messy. This is gonna get messy. Let's promote this to a local variable. Let's promote this to a function. Check has row name. This is going to be pure. I guess it's not really gonna save me much because this also needs to be, never mind. It's not gonna save me much. It's gonna save me one equal sign, basically. Not even really worth it. These. Actually, screw it. Do one of these. True. This is dual one. So this is the melee. And the other one is ranged. I can make this cleaner by doing this. And then this as well. These three, everything except this one. You can go to the other one. So hue, bam, bam. That's better. And I could still this from the top one and this from the bottom. Okay. That is much better. Yeah, that's a lot cleaner. Ooh, okay. Looks good. So theoretically now, the ones in the shop should work as well. Let's find out. Turn you back. Let's do a new game. I'm not getting the first pickup also, as I'm noticing. So this is all working. Okay. Well, it's all working except I guess on a keyboard I can click on this and bring it back and forth, but I guess on a controller I can't. Might reset that up later. Okay, but that's working. Let's check here. That is not working. Why is that not working? Did I plug it in wrong? No. New game. It says none. Did I plug it in wrong? But then it was fine for the other ones. If it's none, use the information from it. What's wrong? Oh, because what happens when it doesn't find anything? Now the problem here is it might complain because select is annoying where it tries to load both different pieces of information, but but these are text, so theoretically it should be still fine, because even if it's empty, unlike an object reference, it shouldn't complain that it's empty, because it'll just be an empty field that I'm not using. So theoretically, it should be fine. So confident, I'm going to go back to this. Okay. New game. Yeah! Excellent. And if we go to Portuguese. Some bugs on that stuff all was on, but yeah, Portuguese. Yeah. And if we save, okay, it's all Portuguese. Down here. Portuguese, Portuguese. English, English. 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 Haha. It all works. I don't know why the menus are showing up. These were on by default. But oh, how did I get that to open the way it did? How are we getting it so this menu is popping up? Oh God. I'm an 18 out of 10. Okay, well, there's a bug there. That's a bug. But we got the translation working. So, you know. How? Right, it's because I can open this while I have the menu. But if I'm paused, but I can still press select. Okay, that's the problem. That's where it's going wrong. Okay. That's for later to fix. Okay. Wow, I just blinked on what I was just about to do. Good job, me. Language was fine. Shit. Thank you, brain. Thank you. You're so great. Man, my goldfish memory. Sorry, I don't want to insult goldfish like that. The hell was it? Well, first of all, and to do this, this needs to be loaded by default. We have something selected by default. So what I can do is
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
but I have multiple event graphs. Because this is what's not doing it. It happens here and then it's populated. But I really want this happening immediately on loading. So I guess I could do this on when my character gets populated. That theoretically would fix the problem. We'll try it after the ads. I'll move this here so we keep the check. And then I move this just to on possess. Grab where it was. So we're no longer going to be doing this here when we open it. Instead, move this here. On player. We do this. So theoretically, it will never generate a new one when we don't want to because it's based on unlock cards, which the only time this would be empty is if you're creating a new save. So now I only get this. And the new cards. Just make sure. Yep. Okay. And it's spawning. Good. Okay. So that's fixed. Great. What's the other thing we need to fix? The language was working. Bosch was working. I can't believe I blanked on the thing that I said I wanted to fix. Good job, me. It was a long game. Maybe I'll remember if I just do it again. Is it opening? It is, just in the background. Okay. Yep, okay, so I now have all that stuff. This populates fine. Let me just double check that this all works. Okay. And then quick reload. Am I not saving my deck? Or did it? I thought I'm running a save every time I do this. Quick reload. Okay, is it it's regenerating my deck anyway? Why? Why? Actually, this might not be a problem when I go for the main menu. When I create a new game, well, when I create a new game, it doesn't make a save, I guess. I could tell it to make a new save when I click new game, which theoretically would fix all the problems. Let's try that. I don't want the options, but you want this. Oh, it's the pause menu. No, we want main menu. Right, so before it does this, we can try doing this first. Which theoretically will save the game and then load the level. Making it so it'll load all the information. I don't know why I keep putting my controller like so far away every time. Because that's like its default location, but like I'm using it. Why am I doing that? Cut, I'm telling you. No. New game. Ah, but see, Interesting. Okay, what if we did this? What if we did this? Then load. Then this. Hey Leo, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Start a C++ project for learning. A man doing tutorials so you can see the benefit of knowing Unreal C++. Even though you knew C++ before. There's some downside though to some things. What are the benefits? Do you see the benefits? What are the benefits? Sell me on it. Okay, so that doesn't work. Okay, never mind. This doesn't work. Okay. So prototyping should still be in Blueprint and have performance be in C++. Well, yeah, performance is always a little bit better in C++. But no one I've ever asked could give me a number comparison and in change in terms of also different sizes of project. I want the frame number differences. You have custom classes that can have all sorts of exposed variables. You can override functions. You can do that already in blueprints. You can have custom classes that have exposed variables and override the functions. Blueprints have the same thing. Legion functionality and override them. Yeah. That's called blueprints. I do that all the time for some of my stuff. That is not unique. I could try a delay here. Populate empty deck. Hey, Z Positive, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Iteration times are horrible for C++. And really check stat game set unigraph. Blueprint is very fast. I mean, Blueprint's definitely gotten a lot faster than it used to be. So I'm like, and I know C++ still is going to be a little bit faster. I'm not saying in terms of coding. I'm not in terms of anything, just pure compiling of things. It'll be faster because Blueprint does still do a conversion to C++, right? So that little conversion time is a little bit down, but in the grand scheme of a project, no one can tell me what is the actual comparison. And so my understanding is because nobody can tell me, it's not very big. Few frames, like if you have 120 frames per second, maybe it'll be 118. That's I'm assuming. But no one can tell me otherwise, so. As long as you stay under 16 ms, you do well. The projects that I've had to optimize for work always have to be under 12 milliseconds. So 60 milliseconds is a lot. It's great. I think we're finally starting to hit the 12 milliseconds on a 3090 was our benchmark, because obviously the ms number will be different based on your hardware. On a 3090, our benchmark was 12 ms. Now it's around 16, I think. If that setting up simple actor classes would be more complex, but it's really straightforward, It is also straightforward in blueprints. Yeah, that's just a straightforward thing. Yeah, I have no idea how you convert things. I've heard you can, but other than that, okay, there we go. That's populated, and that's good. That seems like it works pretty well. Let me just double check that. Actually, let me double check that. Okay. I started with this, which is all good. I grab a different one. I change my deck. I load. That is good. That is good. Okay, that fixes it. Unregister an actor from animations sharing plugin. So when you destroy actors, you slowly get memory leak. Some things are not doable in blueprints. I don't. The whole unregistering, that sentence, unregistering an actor from animation sharing plugin. I already don't even know what you're talking about. Like at that point, you're already beyond me in my understanding of what you're even talking about. When you destroy actors, you're slowly getting a memory leak. What do you mean? Is destroying actors bad? But why would you want to keep it in I mean, at that point, keeping it in memory would also be bad. Or just keeping them loading would also be bad. A simple thing like a 2D array isn't possible in Blueprint outside of making a struct. 2D what? Like 2D texture array? Or what do you mean by a 2D array? Oh, you're talking about specifically animation stuff. So wait, if I destroy if I destroy a character, that's bad? Oh, specifically animation sharing plugin actors. No, it's not. Animation sharing plugin actors. It's good. Okay, can you explain? I think my confusion, I think, is in the animation sharing plugin actors. Can you give me an example of what that is? Because I think I'm not understanding the sharing plugin actors part. Int XY. Links don't work. See positive. We only see asterisks. N dimension array. Well, that's just an array. Search Google. Animation sharing plugin. That's fine. It's fine. I'll do it later. You confirmed that what I was doing was fine. That's the main thing. Okay, so if we do new game here, we start with all the good things. This is all fine. This is all fine. Okay, next thing we want to fix is this. I don't want to be able to do that. How are we able to do that? Why are we able to do that? Is game paused? Can I just do this? Can my problems go away through this? Theoretically? A 2D array is an array of arrays. Okay. So what's the problem with a struct then? So why... What's the difference between a 2D array and a struct at that point? N-dimensional or multi-dimensional arrays are arrays of arrays of arrays specified how much you want. Yeah, so that you could do all that in a struct. You could put a struct in 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 a struct. Yeah. Yep. Nothing stops you from doing that. You directly reference them instead of needing a... But yeah, but what's... You still need to find, like, if you have... You know... I mean, what is an array of arrays? It is a... So you do instead of struct inside a struct instead of struct, oh, it's a 2D array instead of a 2D array instead of a 2D array? What's the difference? But you still need to get the 2D array and the 2D array and the 2D array instead of that 2D array and the 2D array and that 2D array? Like, isn't that still the same thing as you would need to do in a struct? Probably missing something. Because you're saying you don't need a struct, but what is the difference? It sounds like everything you're describing sounds like a struct. So this is all working. I want to try this, then this. Good. I cannot open my menu anymore. Good. Good, okay. So that's fixed. I go ahead and get rid of everything, all the cards, and then do quick reload. Yeah, that'll save correctly. Sweet. Blueprint feels nice for your brain. Me too. I coding. I can't. The syntax. It's the syntax more than anything else. You're still learning Unreal syntax, so you probably won't be able to comment further. That's fine. Vector 0, array 1 0. What? Matrix 111. Yeah, that you might as well be talking gibberish there. Not sure how those are different from a struct, but I assume it has some implications. Probably. Welcome back, Loki. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Okay, what's the by the way, Good Guts, I expect you to fully play now in Portuguese. And if you have any problems with the Portuguese, I expect a strongly written letter to ChatGPT, the parent company. And I want you to get them to fix their AI for better translations. Because that... Did you get the local? Yeah, localization is done. I basically used the method you said I might as well. So what we ended up doing is, yeah, here. Well, actually, let's go back to populating. So I basically I'm auto-populating the row names by just getting it from here and just storing it, so I don't have to manually populate it. All I did was add the row name as a variable, and then it gets auto-populated. And then I go ahead and check that if it is populated, that means it's probably in the deck or something that I'm using, not just like in the out there. And if it's populated, then get the information from the data table and use that. Otherwise, use what you had. And so now it is working for translations. I don't understand why it's needed still, but it works. You've been trying to do something for work for like 2 hours now. You're starting to hate Blender. I mean, if it makes you feel better, if you were doing this in Maya, you would hate it even more. I mean, genuinely. So for so at work, we pretty much hate Maya. Not pretty much. I mean, mostly I hate Maya. I don't hate it, but my thing is always Maya's garbage. Like, we still use it, but my supervisor was messing with an asset. He got it into Maya, and he tried to export it, which took hours, and then tried to put it into Unreal, which failed. He took that same asset, brought it into Blender, and exported it in seconds, and imported it into Unreal in seconds. Maya's garbage. Maya used to be nice. It did. Last however many years it's been, Maya's really gone downhill. Apparently you can make a custom base object to have access to delta time. What do you mean? Everything has access to delta time. Get game time in seconds. Oh, sorry, not game time. Get world delta seconds. Sorry, wrong one. Get world delta seconds. You mean the one in the content browser? Make a new class? So you mean an actor, not an object? You mean a base? Or do you mean literally a base object? Not actor. Oh, you want an object? Oh, okay. Yeah, an object has very little. But an object, you can't even put that in the world, right? That's not even something that puts in the world. Yeah. Yeah, if you want... if you wanted that much, then yeah, you could do C++. Yep. You found your use case. I don't have a use case for that. I don't know what the use case for that is. But yeah. I'm sure there is one, and if I learn about it, it might be cool. I don't know about it yet. You guys say you hate animals, apparently? No. I just hate Maya herself. Right? Clearly what I meant was I hate Maya Higa, the awesome person that has, the sanctuary, the animal sanctuary. Clearly what I meant was I hate her and not the Autodesk Maya. I'm glad I could clear that up. You won, Leo. I don't think you can get much more than that. I mean, true. Like, yeah, that object cannot do that. I have no uses for it, but it's true that you cannot do that without C++. There's a few things you cannot do without C++. If I recall correctly, another thing I found is you cannot change the gravity direction without C++ for whatever reason. I don't know why. Although I think there was a way of doing it. It's just really weird. Because there are tutorials for the gravity ball thing. That has to be changing your gravity direction. But you can't just do like set gravity direction. I don't know. I don't remember. Leo likes to start games. Leo's a big game starter. For things like abilities, you don't always need to have a physical object in the world to deal damage, heal, etc. You can just make an object to do simple math and get attached to anything. I mean, you could just do a function that just does that for you. You can use a blueprint interface with a blueprint function library. You got everything you need. There's ways around it. It's not a requirement. It's cool.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
But it's not a required. Some things a perception class. Yeah, you can do the friendly neutral enemy ones without C++, but I don't understand. I don't understand that. Two, you can do that yourself very easily if you just make gameplay tags. You can just check if the gameplay tag matches or doesn't, or if the gameplay tag is the right. You can just do a gameplay tag comparison, and then you know where they stand. So there's ways of doing all those things without C++. It's not like a requirement, but again, it does give you more things. Obviously, some things are easier. Yes. Well, easier is subjective. It's coding, so it's not easier no matter what, but... The perception thing is also a major thing for you because it's set once in the blueprint and you can't change it outside of having a higher range and doing logic to simulate low visibility. It's set... Perception thing is also you mean you can't change like the perception range, for example? Is that what you mean? So if you have like a character that sees 3,000 units away and you want to now change to 1,000, it can't be changed? Could you have multiple perceptions on the character? And could you switch between them on a branch depending on a variable? Not an ideal scenario, but could you do that as a workaround? Could you swap the AI controller for a different one at runtime? If you can swap the AI controller, you could have two controllers, one a child of the other, with the only difference being the values for those. That's another way of doing it. The point I'm making is, it's not required, but some things are nicer with it, yes. Oh no, I totally get it, Leo. Yeah, the use case I understand. Absolutely. Is it going? Oh, you know what? We haven't localized this. The how do you localize this? How do we localize that? Because I don't think we localize. I mean, I could try localizing the user input, which I think is where it gets the names from, but I doubt that's going to work for some reason. Ba, 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 ba. So this would be user input, or I guess enhanced user input. Let's just try it. Include path wildcards. Let's find out if this works. Oh, okay. No. Yeah, so that works. Dash gameplay. No, this is not what I wanted. No. Use potion, pause. Is it? Oh, it might be. It might be. This might be right. Let's find out. You missed typing code. I mean, if you were originally like a programmer, I get it. I was originally an artist, so for me, definitely not my thing. You've grown attached to blueprints. Good. One day, future you will find the best of both worlds. What are you, Miley Cyrus? You gonna find your Hannah Montana? Who knew? People don't understand that reference anymore? Is that a thing? Do people even understand? You missed the majority of the stream tonight. Any major strides in localization? Oh, absolutely. Last little thing that we're localizing here. We fixed a bunch of we also fixed a bunch of like bugs. Not a bunch, but like we fixed bugs as well. That was very good and productive. Coming from school, you were a coder, and Unity's just sort of, yeah. Feels as though you lost a part of you. What's Hannah Montana? Yeah, that's why. That's why I was like, I wonder if people even know the reference I'm making at this point. Hannah Montana was an old, at this point old, Disney Channel show. That starred Miley Cyrus, and the whole thing was like, it was like the best of both worlds, where she was Hannah Montana and okay, good. Look, I don't know. There might be people in stream right now that don't know the reference. I don't remember how long it's been. Your chat is old. I mean, in just a few days, I'm also gonna be. Oh God, I messed up. Where did I mess up? I messed up somewhere. Here. Aha, found it. We are all unk. I refuse unk status. Is unk? I don't know what unk is. Uncle? That doesn't seem right. What is unk? Have a good night, guys. Thanks for coming by. Have a nice weekend. Best high school dare was getting your mate to grab box of tissues and a Hannah Montana DVD from a local supermarket and direct eye contact with a cashier. That's funny. I like it. The question becomes is, depending on the person, you will either make it seem like you're dirty as hell, or you find it so touching. It's such an emotional journey. Could be either one. The hand lotion, yeah. Yeah, if you got also hand lotion, then, you know, just yeah. I mean, really, depending on, I mean, I guess you could always just do Hannah Montana and a box of condoms to just make it easy. Can I hit compile? I don't remember. Okay, let's see if this works. Okay. No, it still says the same thing it did. So that doesn't do it. Okay. Okay. It adds the child the mapping categories of string. And it puts them. So these are all strings. I don't know if you can't. You can't localize strings. It has to be a text or a name. So, but mapping categories aside, oh, this is a name. But let's fix it. I'll need to probably ask the dev of it. Yeah, searching localized keybind doesn't come up with anything. Because I would like to localize the keybinds. It's not the end of the world, but it'd be nice. Just in a map? No, it gathers. Well, it's a map, yes. Yeah. Find reference. Where is it? Get. It's always get. Probably because it's adding somewhere. Get the keys. Find. Clear. Find. Add. So it gets them from, oh, it's the category names, which is not what I want. Category I also want to rename, but really it's the actual names that I set inside of the enhanced user input. Categories also would be nice, but it's right. So movement needs to be also changed, but the move up, move down, move left, dash, right, all of this. So categories and all of this. Well, we just did. We just localized this. Didn't work. So I just finished localizing the enhanced input folder. I was thinking that maybe you just need to localize that. Nope. Didn't work, so. I didn't have the target dependency set up the same. That help? Oh, hold on. Game. Hold on, I didn't have this fully set up correct. Let's see if that helps. File extensions are default. Yeah, I didn't change those. Let's see if this helps. Oh! I just needed to set up the... Done! I just needed to add those few checkboxes and turn on the fact that it needs to load during the game. Sweet! There we go! Very nice. It's always... It is. And works for the... Yeah. Yeah, even the categories. Yep. Everything is translated great. Yeah, so it was basically... the loading policy probably was the main one. And then I also added the target dependencies. Hey, Husky, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Now in Spanish. I mean, I hope to eventually have multiple languages. This is obviously all AI translated. Only reason I'm doing Brazilian Portuguese as the first language is because Gagut's the mod is what's it called? Brazilian Portuguese. It's from Brazil. He'll say it, I believe. It might take a while. Do it. Do it, TTS. Why are you not doing it? It's been so long since somebody redeemed that. That's like, I don't know what you want from me. Let me see. Pending actions, no. Action history. Yeah, I was there. Is this... What? I gotta love it when things just don't work. It's okay. I have a way around this. Okay, we just do this, and I just type that in as the as this, and then we do even the test.
I am Brazilian. Get gap.
Wait, why did yours play, Gus? Why did Loki's play? What is this? What is it? I don't want to. It's being a butt. No, no. I'm gonna close and restart it. Stop being a butt.
It's always a checkbox the Unreal way.
There we go. And you need to restart. I'll do another one just to be.
It's always a checkbox, the Unreal way.
There you go. Have you ever watched the Unreal Way video? No. You worked on an unannounced AAA that had that voice everywhere? It's random. I can also just tell it to do a TTS on anything.
Dude, I worked on an unannounced AA that had that voice everywhere.
There you go. Good. Oh, really? They didn't want to get voice actors? Like actual ones? I'd love to get like... I mean, I'd like to get a lot of things, but... But... Also, can you say that having multiple game targets here for localizations, pretty nice. Makes it easier to kind of manage. You just say like, okay, I'm done with the menu. I'm done with the user inputs. There's the game stuff separate. You can do a separate. You can customize this as much as you want. I can make it so there's like deck cards or like some other ones as a separate thing. That's pretty nice. I appreciate the ability to have multiple targets. Thank you. Thank you, Unreal. Learn something today? Yeah. Learning is great. Unless you've learned that you've been dead the entire time and you're actually a ghost and this isn't real. And then it's debatable. Other than that, learning is great. Don't mean taxes aren't real. I'm down. Then neither are video games. Now, would you pay taxes to play video games? You know, now you gotta think about it, huh? Just gotta think about it a little bit. Would you steal a video car? If I could get away with it, everyone would steal everything. If they could just get away with something, they would absolutely steal it. Yeah, that's just called having getting free stuff. The problem is, one, you can't get away with it. Two, it's against the law, which is why you end up not getting away with it. Do you remember your old Blockbuster ad? Game is already fake. You're okay with that too. You learn that people bash Unreal for performance issues when it's the developers not prioritizing it firsthand. Is this a new revelation, Leo? It's been going on, unfortunately, on Reddit, especially for like, I don't know, years? At least a year, if not years. Time is but an illusion. I think it's years, plural. Yeah, it's... People will just say, oh, it's unoptimized, and ignore all the examples of optimized Unreal Engine 5 games. Let's look at Expedition 33, for example, a new game that came out. Very well performant. Plays great, no bugs. No one's talking about the fact that it has no bugs, pretty much at all. You never specified when you learned a thing? Okay, yeah, I was, you know, making the assumption that it's like the day of. But yeah, I get it. Yeah. Anyway, it's time for me to go. This weekend, I'm making a different video. I'm making a video about my experience with the new 5.7 AI assistant. It's gonna be a little bit of a different video. You know, I'll throw some feelers out of how it goes. Or it's gonna be like some commentary on top of some edited stream content. So we'll see how it goes. It should be more entertaining, less so a tutorial, but hopefully people like it. We will see. You know, I might end up crying on Monday. I don't know who Bricky is, or if that's a person or a thing. I have no idea. The dude who does Warhammer 40k breakdowns, very entertaining. Probably not that, because it'll be my first time. So it's gonna be mostly a edited VOD with a little bit of commentary. I don't think it's gonna be anything of that level. I am but one man. But I hope you'll have a lovely weekend, and we'll continue this Monday. Yeah, localization's done, I think. Yay! Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye!